Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your July bonus reading. I have been called by Spirit to deliver this message and to keep it unframed and open. Hopefully, this will be of support to you whenever you find it, and particularly for those with Sun, Moon, Rising, or other placements in Sagittarius. However, if you are a Sagittarius rising, you'll quite possibly get the most benefit from this reading. And that's simply because the rising sign is your customary perspective, your view onto the world, your focus on a mundane, practical, daily level. So the rising sign is very important, but feel free for any cross watchers. I also want to thank all of you for liking, sharing, subscribing to my videos, for donating, and for especially commenting. Your thoughts, prayers, appreciations are greatly motivating to me, and I am grateful. I am going to get started, Sagittarius, with your overall energy for this reading is the Temperance card. For many people, the Temperance card is a Sagittarius card, and so in some ways I think of this card as being an expression of your power, where you're at. Beyond that, I think this card is very much about your hyper-focus on your healing at this time. This has been going on for a very long time and has taken Sagittarius in a direction that is not stereotypical. And I say that because as a Sag rising, I am used to a certain kind of cheerful optimism, looking at the silver lining, a kind of upbounding energy in my customary endeavors. And this card is really indicating for me a long period of introspection, a long period of digging in, not running away, not escaping, not chasing the next windmill. And in that way, I'm describing this energy as not being characteristic, but instead really giving you the power, the vision, the perspective to balance the internal and external resources of your life so that they are a part of a larger global healing experience. In the past, or the preparation leading up to this time, is the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Swords, and the World card. Whoa. So indeed, this is a crossroads moment for you, Sagittarius. You may be feeling it in your life. You may be experiencing not only a desire to see new options in your life, therefore creating this crisis or decision that feels imminent, that feels like you are thoroughly invested in one of these paths. It is likely, from my sense, that this path has come around before, this option has come around in your life before. The opportunities that you are now seeing before you that are favoring you, the universe is hearing you and allowing you a kind of second chance here. And I'm feeling you really much completing an old story, an old pathway, an old journey in which you are now able to redirect your energies to a familiar passion, a familiar gift or purpose that you experienced at an earlier point in your life. So this feels very much like the end of a cycle, closure to one cycle, perhaps where you diverted or moved away from something that felt on purpose to you, about your mission, about the reason, the contribution that you have to make to the world. And that way of approaching it, you've closed that out. You're not moving away from this sense of destiny that you are now recognizing is available in the options before you. So there is some momentous, divinely timed opportunity that feels like a recurring opportunity that didn't go, perhaps, so well in the past. In your present, we have the Seven of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. There are many options before you, and the choice that you make is really about opening you up to all the options available at this point in your life. You have fully engaged your determination, your passion. You are thoroughly owning the inspirational leadership aspect, the adventurous aspect of your being at this point, that is creative, that takes charge of your passion and feels entirely empowered to channel that in whatever creative direction that you would like. You're also doing that in an interesting way that allows you to continue to employ this witness consciousness that you've developed over this great time of healing and introspective work that you've been doing. And this ability to internalize and mature this witness aspect has allowed you to see more holistically how this opportunity that brings you closer in alignment with your purpose, with your destiny, with your God-given gifts, is really opening you out to a different experience of the world in which you now have ownership of your own creative power in a way that you may have given it away in the past. And that giving it away was a signal of your devaluation of your creative talent, your power, your ability to penetrate numerous diverse communities and cultures with this powerful message, this powerful gift that you have available, and that you can now see yourself employing in many ways that never felt available to you in the past. In the immediate future, we have the Six of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Wow. You know, fire signs in general are getting a lot of these similar messages, and that is not only the extension, the willful extension of this healing journey that you're on, this ability not only to continue to allow yourself to be reshaped by new realizations, a new sense of your own individual power, but this digging in to the benefits of this rather difficult healing journey that you're on. What's difficult about this healing journey is that the perception of truth empowers you to separate yourself from conditions, people, particularly loved ones, that may have supported you to not necessarily pursue your best options in life, that have encouraged you instead to be comfortable, to be safe, to be small. And that is something that you are now recognizing, perhaps, that you have played into. No one forced you to minimize your power or to keep yourself small enough to not threaten others so that they could be successful, so that they could look good. And you shrugging your shoulders saying, it doesn't matter to me, I don't care. That's not who I am. You're really understanding now that those have been choices you made. Sometimes very conscious choices you made, but you're now able to cut away those conditions, those attitudes, those associations that deny you, that squelch your ideas, that never see the glass half full, but only unconsciously even detract from ideas that you have because they are threatening to them. The idea that you could be successful means you might not be close to them anymore. They may not have access to you anymore. Whatever it is that encourages people to discourage you. Instead, as you recognize that, as you're willing to move away, and that doesn't mean to cut people out, to cut people off, it simply means to understand how to separate that part of yourself that is moving on, that is solving problems, that is accepting the ways in which you were and the ways in which the world was that made you believe you needed to be that way. You're letting those things go. You're divorcing yourself from those attitudes, those self-limiting beliefs, and you are fully open not only to your creativity, your joy, your pleasure, your innocence, but to the envisioning of a community that moves towards what feels good, what generates abundance and prosperity, and what supports all those involved, so that this community continues to generate good feelings, abundance, and not solely in terms of material comfort, but in terms of opportunities, always. New opportunities, ideas coming faster than you can possibly take advantage of them. So you have moved into this place where the opportunities, the ideas, the growth, the new creations are absolutely abundant, not simply for you, but you are part of a community that embraces this vision and that you are now able to move into as in a new way, in a beginning way, feeling no matter what age you are, where you are in your life, that you are open up to a new path with brand new potential. I'm going to clarify the King of Wands in the beginning of this reading with the Fool card and the Justice card. Wow. These cards together are really bringing me into mind of what is characteristic to me about Sagittarius is this energy of the Fool, this ability to let go of all the things that one may have earned or built or accumulated, and to simply hold on to the memories, to what you've learned as you move off into a new direction, one in which you are okay with not knowing where it's going to go, where it's going to end, what the end goal is even, but the confidence to know that as long as you are in alignment with your values, your heart, your desires, that you will be able to affect and impact greater equality, fairness, a distribution of goods and resources equally, the redress of inequities and injustices throughout the globe as you heal those that you have experienced. You are empowering your collective, your community, your organization to impact these positively for other communities and others. This is such a complete reading. I'm going to clarify the Page of Cups because I want to know more about this new beginning clarified by the Page of Cups. And that pretty much tells me, yes, indeed, you are new. You have changed. You are in a powerful position. You are open to the change that is a part of your life at this time. I really am glad I pulled these cards because this is helping me understand that this Wheel of Fortune is very much about a leveling up, a letting go of a former way of life, a former attitude towards your efforts in life, and really opening you up to a fresh start that comes out of a sense of self-love, self-care, nurturing, and is engaged in the flow of those feelings, those positive feelings that inform everything that you do, that are your gauge for the value of any new idea or opportunity. I'm going to finish up this reading, Sag, with Oracle from the Language of Flowers and the Crystal Oracle. And I will close my eyes because I get so distracted. And I've pulled the Wisteria card. The key word is longevity. Plan for and take the dedicated path. This makes a lot of sense to me. I'm hoping that it does to you with the information I've shared. I'm going to leave it here, Sagittarius. Thank you for your time and attention, and until next time, Namaste.